Probably mentioned this story many, many months ago. I'm going to tell it again, separately. So this was the first time that I called out the poisoner. And also, there's a love bomb demon as well. But the poisoning, this is the first time I publicly mentioned this to anyone else. And they were not able to defeat me. And after you beat each demon, or no longer fall for its tricks, then at least for me, I could see it for what it was. But it had to be defeated first. So this story is very shortly after the discard. I had been planning to go to a haunted house, and this is something I wanted to do for like a month. There was this really cool haunted house in like Mansfield, and nothing cool is in Mansfield except for this haunted house, which I was really looking forward to. I made plans, and the kids were going to go. It's something I wanted to do with them. And now, it's probably not the best thing to go to, but you know that it's people in costumes, you're not worshiping the devil, and, it's kind of fun to experience the thrill. In this haunted house, it takes like a half hour and an hour to get through, so there's quite a lot to it. Now, right before the haunted house, the narcissist decided to try to destroy my life and poison me and just leave me a devastated mess. I'm not sure if they were trying to kill me at first, but when their initial attack failed and I didn't cave into what they wanted, then I think they moved on to more dangerous things. But God and the angels always protect us. So my life actually was in danger, but God prevented anything truly bad from happening. And it was a learning experience where you have to go through it to truly understand all the intricacies and the way that they use their magic, the way that they use their poison, how they take it to, how it doesn't look like anything suspicious. And so without this happening, I wouldn't truly understand, I wouldn't be able to comprehend exactly how these demons work. So this was right after the discard, and I was beating some demons left and right. And the narcissist was still coming over to the house like once or twice a week, and they were trying to get me. And then it's like whack-a-mole. I'd get another demon. In the way you defeat them is not physically. It's by being calm, not letting them bother you, not collapsing, calling them out for what they are, just denying what they say and having confidence. And when they scream in your face, you don't be afraid of them. But anyways, this time the narcissist came over, and I was saying how I wanted to go to the gun range, and they're like, "Why you want to go to the gun range?" So I did want to go to the gun range with the narcissist because I had not been to the gun range with the narcissist, and I told the narcissist I was a good shot, but we didn't have the money, and so that's why I didn't go with him. This is another fun story, I could say. This was another victory. I'll just say it real quick. So I mentioned to the narcissist I wanted to go to the gun range now. And I said, I gotta go with the best, because you're the best one. As the narcissist was always saying how he was the best, and he would get the awards and do better than all the other people at these shooting classes he would take. So I was like, well, I have to go to the gun range with you because you're the best. And then of course at that point he's like, well, women are better shots than men. Anything to try to devalue. But then he was saying, yeah, I don't want to take you. Trying to make it seem like I'm worthless. And then, of course, the next week he shows up with the gun, and he's like, let's go to the gun range, because they really want to. So here, I'm interacting with the demons and trying to defeat the demons. So I went to the gun range with the narcissist, and basically I just shot we loaded the magazines and took turns shooting, and then I had my own target up there. And then I just went back and forth. It was head, heart, and they all went right. It was all perfect. And the narcissist was like pointed to the head and heart. They were confused if I was only trying to hit just the head. I'm like, no, I was, well, I didn't say that. Like, they were confused because half the bullets were in the head, like in the brain, half the bullets were in the heart. And they all went like perfectly bullseye. He pulled it forward, and I said, yeah, that's what I was aiming for. And then I could see in the spirit, so then the demon's eyes went like this and bulged out like that. And so I never took that paper target. I left that for the narcissist to enjoy and look at in the future. So I think that's cool because it just makes them a little more afraid of me now that I have weapons, and I hadn't been to the gun range with the narcissist before. So like, well, now after the discard, I need to go to the gun range with you. You need to show me how to do it, and you're the best. And I show up and I get bullseyes, all of them right in the skull and the heart. And the narcissist is like, oh my gosh. And then he takes the target and he can remember it forever. Okay, anyways, the haunted house, I had planned to go. I had made plans to take the children to this haunted house for like a month in advance. So then there was the discard period, trying to destroy me. And after that, I'm like, no, we're still taking the children to the haunted house. I put my foot down, even though the narc was doing all this stuff. Because this is something I wanted to do for the kids and with the kids. It's something I was looking forward to. And of course, his father's birthday party was like at the same time. Which, oops, they forgot to tell me. And oh, the boy my daughter really likes is there. So then I said, no, we're going to that. And then initially, like, this was planned to destroy this, thing that I wanted to go to. And make the kids mad at me because I was ruining their plans. But, no, that didn't, no one's plans were thwarted. I circumvented this with the help of God, of course. Without God's backing, nothing works. And with God's backing, you can't lose. So, so anyway, I was like, no, that's fine. She can go to the birthday party, and then we'll pick her up after, and then go to the haunted house, because it wasn't until the evening when it was dark. So this worked out just fine. And she was able to see the boy she liked, and she was no longer mad. We all got in the car, and then, that time, like, the kids were happy, no one was complaining, and, the love bomb demon was in the body now, and I could feel the love coming off of this love bomb demon. Now, they had changed tactics to this demon, because the others were, ineffective. So it actually felt like a feeling of love, like if you were in love with someone, and they were in the driver's seat and I was sitting next to them. And I could feel this, and I knew it was demons, but I was like, hey, I'm going to enjoy this, because, I know that it's not real. But anyways, like, just pretended to be having a good time and talking to the kids, and it was a long trip, and everyone had a great time, and we were listening to some of our favorite music, and the narc kept mentioning how, like, he had a CBD oil, cannabis oil. It has hardly any THC. It's actually legal. It's like a health supplement. And he kept saying, like, you need to relax, you need to take the CBD oil. I said, no, and then finally, he mentioned it many times right before we got there. I said, okay, fine, I'll take it, because he took it too. He puts it in his mouth and takes it, and then gives me some, and I take it too. Now, guys, at this point, I am testing things out and seeing what the narcissist does. So I'm putting myself in danger to learn and to defeat these enemies. Because if you weren't aware, in one of my videos way back, I was commanded to fight the enemy. I was commanded to fight the evil. I received a very clear message to fight the evil right as the narcissist walked by. So here I am. I'm like, no, we are going to the haunted house. And so I get the narcissist to pick me up. We're in the car. Now the love bomb demon's there, and you can feel the love coming off. It's really nice. I know it's fake, but I'm enjoying this. I know it's a demon. And then, okay, I didn't want to take the CBD oil, but the narc takes it too. And this is something to keep in mind. They will take it. If there's a witchcraft like used, voodoo curses, then it won't affect them. But also, they have immunity to certain things, and they can also take the antidote and not give you the antidote. So, right before we got out of the car, I'm like, fine, I'll take it. And so I take some, and he takes some at the same time. So then there's a long wait in the line. Like, it's a very long wait. We were in line for like 1 or 2 hours. And then tickets needed to be purchased on the cell phone and stuff. So, I don't know. After I was waiting in line for like an hour, I started to feel really nauseous. Like, and I was really concerned. Like, I'm just trying not to throw up and just stand there. And I was like right next to the narcissist, which I do know is demons at this point. I'm very well aware. But the love bomb demon is fun to be with, even though it tries to kill you. And the kids are there too. And then all of a sudden, like, I grab them, like, and I said something, and then, like, I was going to be sick. And then I start to drop. And then the narc grabs me and keeps my head from hitting on the ground. And then I just, like, pass out in line. And, medic comes and they run some tests on me, and my heart is racing. My heartbeats are going like a lot faster than they're supposed to be. And they're like, "Well, did you take anything?" Because they're thinking I took some illegal drugs. And I said, I took some CBD oil. And they're like, and they like look at me like, "That's no big deal." They're like, "No, that wouldn't do this." I said, "No, I didn't take anything." And so then I said, "Well, I must be really tired. I must be stressed out from what's happened lately," is what I said. But no, that's not, the narc poisoned me. So then I got, after they did the test, and they said, they tried to tell me I needed to go to the hospital. They're like, "You should go to the hospital. We can't make you go, but we really advise you go to the hospital." I said, "No, I want to go, because I want to go to this haunted house with the kids like I had planned." And so then we're still in line for like another half hour. And then, I'm still feeling bad, but not as bad. And then the line's going slow. And then at the last part, it's like this old school, or it was an old reformatory. It was an old prison. And the last part, before you go in, is there's these steps. And they go into this old building. So I'm trying to go up the steps without passing out. And then as I get towards the top, I sit down. And I'm still awake. And the person looks at me and they're watching me. Like the staff is watching me, and they're thinking that they're going to have to pull me and send me to the hospital. I didn't have health insurance, so it'd be quite a bill. And I fight, like mentally say nothing to keep myself awake with all my power, keep myself awake. And then I stand up and go in, but I almost passed out again. And then I go in, and of course the kids are, like, "Oh, Mom, she's just tired. She's just tired. She didn't get any sleep." Yeah, I didn't, but that's not why this happened. Anyways, then I go in, and the narcissist, it's still the love bomb demon, and he reaches... Okay, so anyways, I gotta mention this first. So when I fell, he catches me, and he looks in my eyes, and he's like, Jen, like his love eyes, and catches me and stares me in the eyes, tries to get me to fall in love with him. And then as we go in, he holds his hand out, like... because I'm not feeling well, like, "You want to hold I'll hold your hand as we go through this haunted house." And I look at him like, and I refuse to hold his hand. And I didn't say anything, but I did not receive his hand. And then I just went through it, and I did not pass out, but I could have died. Even if I didn't have a heart attack, just falling and hitting my head on the concrete, something could have happened. The narcissist planned this, and they didn't expect the line to be so long, honestly. They probably wanted me to, they timed this out so that this would happen while I was inside the haunted house and it was dark, and it would look like I just got afraid. But anyways, the haunted house was a great hit. The kids absolutely loved it. They had an amazing time, and we got along, and the kids and I, we were like loving each other, and we just got along so well. And that's because this particular demon wasn't using witchcraft to cause chaos and arguments between me and the children. A lot of the problems that we had were caused by witchcraft, curses, and spells. And so the demons that were in force this day, there's the love bomb demon and the poisoner. Those were the demons that were in the narcissist's body this outing. And so nobody was casting spells over the children. They wanted it to look like me and the kids were getting along great, and I just died on accident. But anyways, I had a great time. The kids were happy. We were all happy together. And just like my oldest daughter, like, it was a great memory. Just she was so happy and I was so happy and we were having fun together. That's because no witchcraft was being used against us. Anyways, and we got out to the car and they're like, that was fun, I want to go again next year. And this was even after me and her father had just split up. And I said I didn't care. We already planned on doing this as a family and we're going to do it. So anyways, I had my suspicions about what had happened. And the next few days when I met with other people, I did say what had happened and how I was poisoned. And once I told someone else, then I could physically see the poisoner, and I could see it manifest after that point. So once it was made clear, I knew what it did, and I wasn't going to let it poison me again. It had poisoned me another time recently when it stopped to take me to the grocery store and buy my groceries, because I didn't have a car because the narcissist had crashed my car. So they timed to poison me, so I would pass out right when we got back from the grocery store. But I didn't drink my coffee. I waited till later. And the narcissist was really mad. Like, I told you to drink the coffee right away, and I didn't drink it. So, they were trying to poison the rest of my food in the fridge after they gave me some sedatives. But I ended up waking up. So, I passed out. But then I woke up again really quickly. And they did not expect me to wake up. And when I woke up, I saw them tampering with all the food in the fridge and freezer. So guys, what's happening here is I was deliberately placing myself in danger to see what the narcissist would do. This is not a good idea for most people, but I was commanded to fight the narcissist. So to do that, I had to be intimately close to the narcissist, and I played into certain things they wanted me to do so I could see what it did. And I had to allow it to poison me in order to defeat that demon. So anyways, it was a great time with the children, and I know that's how we would be if there weren't all these narcs involved. If there weren't all the Nephilim relatives and Jezebel spirits all over the place, that we would have had a good loving relationship. So anyways, I should have thought about this a little bit. This is over a year ago now, but this definitely was a good story. I think the next day, the narcissist came over. I was still at the old house with my youngest daughter, who is also a narcissist, but is also human. So she's a narcissist with her human soul still there. It stays there until it has a long-term target or a chosen one. That's how this works. I know how it works. God showed me the way it works. So my narc daughter was staying with me. And half the time the demon in her, she had a violent, aggressive, psychopathic demon, so half the time that would manifest, and half the time she would be like herself. I don't know, at least I think that's her. The family had done rituals with her, and she had probably sold out and agreed. But anyways, that demon really didn't like me, and it would try to physically attack me and bully me. I wouldn't do anything too hard, but it would like taunt me and bully me, and it would like push me over and laugh at me, and hit me, but not that hard. But anyways, and it would always cuss around me and cuss at me, and so this was not a fun demon. But I was making some headway, and I was like rebuking it and stuff when I was with her. But anyways, she was still at the house with me at this time, and I think this was on purpose because the demons in her were keeping an eye on me, seeing if what her father did was effective. They were also working against me, and she was also trashing the house and ruining other things while she was still there. This actually led to the rodent infestation and my clothing getting ruined. With her still with me, when she was with me, the demons in her actually trashed the house and caused more problems for me and spied on me, so this wasn't good. I should have just let her go right away. I should have told her to get out, but I didn't. I was actually trying to have some good time with her, as she tells me I'm the worst person in the world, and then I try to convince her that's not the case, and it seems like she's going along with it, while she wrecks my life and my house, and you see how it works. They're trying to play me like a fool, but now I'm wised up and I know what they do. And I know what these narc children do. If there is a human soul, it's unsuspecting and it's used by the demons in that body. It's used by the demons in that body to ultimately get you. So anyways, we were there and we'd made some coffee, and then the narc father stopped by. he stopped by. I made some coffee and said, our coffee is good. Like, my daughter's like, oh, we have good coffee. And I poured some for him into his cup. And when I did something polite and, like, charitable to him, like, I could see him, like, shaking and, like, getting nervous. And then, so this is, like, destroying the demons. There are more demons. This narc body is full of demons. There's many ways I was defeating. So I was just acting really nice and sweet. And I poured some coffee for him. And I could see him trembling. Those demons trembling. And then, like, there was something that I needed to know how it worked. I'm like, show me how to do it. And then he was like trembling and like, I think they could see the light. But see, when instead of yelling and screaming, when I was nice and I was like charitable to those demons, they got afraid. Like, I don't know. They weren't defeated then, but they didn't want to come around me again. So, it eventually got to the point where, like, I would try all different things. When something wouldn't work, then I'd try something else. But now there's only one stupid demon left in there. Now possibly more manifest for the new victim. But I have a feeling that the new wife, whether they're married or not, they might not be, but my narc's new wife, who lives on the other side of the country, they're going to come back and live in Ohio. That's what they say. Who knows? She's probably an even worse narcissist, and she is his karma. I can't wait for this. So he tried to poison and kill me, but that failed. So I kind of suspected what he was doing, and God was protecting me. But when she tries to poison him, there won't be a God saving him. So he'll just die, and then I'll probably get the whole house to myself. And if they're legally married, she's going to think that she gets half of the house. But no, when that happens within a month or a year of knowing somebody, the police aren't going to allow that. They will investigate. And when they find out that she poisoned and killed him, then I will get all of the property and be repaid double for my trouble. That's what I see. Especially with the inflation, it could be much more. There's so many stories, but this haunted house that I went to, like, it was so much fun. And, like, guys, this was dangerous. I put myself in danger. My heart was racing. I got sick. Like, I crashed. I passed out. I could have died, but God was protecting me. And I got to experience the love. Oh, and the next day, when we poured the coffee, then the love bomb demon was back in the body, and I could see, like, the pink, like, from his body, I could see the pink mist come and spread out. It looked like a fog, like a pink cartoon mist. It spread along the ground. And this was like this love magic and love spell. And he was in the bedroom with his feet faced towards me and watching me. Making himself look more attractive, too. This is also magic. And I was playing with the dogs and being very sweet and nice. And then he emitted this mist, and I could just feel the love, but it's fake love. But it felt really good. So, like, I had a great day with the kids. It was fun. We got along, and I got to feel, like, this love from the narcissist that was fake. And then I got to defeat those demons, and then I did not take his hand. So, like, he was shut out. Like, he tried to take my hand. He tried to catch me and stare in my eyes like my hero, thinking that it worked. But it didn't work. And I told everyone that he poisoned me. I actually messaged everybody that we mutually knew, like his best friends and all of my relatives, and his relatives too, and I got a record. So this is what I did. I did not contact his job, because that actually, I would get in trouble if I contacted his job and told them that. No. I contacted our mutual friends and relatives, who were actually not on my side, and they were fake friends. And my relatives don't like me either, but here's what I did, is I got that on the record. So that if I did die, the police would look at all these messages I sent to every single person saying how the narcissist poisoned me, and he would get in trouble. So this was my plan too. Of course, I didn't do anything I could legally be in trouble for, but I messaged my mom, I messaged my dad, I messaged, like, my sisters, I messaged our mutual friends that weren't really my friends. So it was on the record to everyone that he poisoned me. And he made fun of me, ha ha ha, but guess what? He could not poison me anymore. Well, he did put things less than lethal. He put less than lethal stuff in after that, like sedatives. And I actually almost crashed my car from him putting sedatives and things. So I could have died again. But I'm saying is that he no longer put things like arsenic in my supplements at this point, because the police would quickly find out that he is the prime suspect. So this is a fun story. I'm sure that I could have done a better job. I don't prepare at all when I make these videos. I just have like a thought about what I'm going to make the video about. The same thing with my songs. I don't prepare either. I just hit record. So yes, this could be better if I prepared, but that would take too long. So I'd rather put out more content and it's 90% as good than put out perfect content and it'd probably take me 5 times as long. So I hope this was enjoyable, and I did have a good day. I say, even though this is fake love and that demon was trying to kill me, that fake love felt nice. And it's like, why didn't the demon do that while we were married? It didn't. So I enjoyed it after, when it was trying to kill me, and I defeated those demons, and they had to leave. So this was a win, like totally a win. And I can't wait to see what happens next. It turns out that although my drain is unclogged, my washing machine still is not working. Oh, geez. So once again, I'm still filthy. I'm still filthy. Now I can use my shower and bathroom at home. That's wonderful. But my washing machine still doesn't work. I thought it was giving me the error because the plumbing was backed up and it couldn't drain the water, but no. No, when I couldn't use the water for a while, like probably a part inside rusted, and now my washing machine doesn't work. And since my plumbing's been out for a while, I have a lot of dirty, stinky clothes, and I'm running out of clean clothes again. So I can't win. And I know that it's time for open doors here. If anyone lives in Ohio and really wants to help, a chosen one, please come and help. It is so wonderful to have my plumbing working again. And now I need a washing machine that works. I don't have the money to go to the laundromat. And also I'm sensitive to chemicals that are in a lot of water. I have a water filter at my house. So my skin will actually get itchy from using a lot of water. But anyways, I still had to use the water at the gym. But to wash my clothes in, I would like to have my washing machine functional. It's the point where I am trying to run a load in there. Now, I've ran it 5 times, and I put soap in a few times, and the clothes will be mostly clean but still stink, and stains won't come out. So I had some stuff with some mouse turds on it. This is a health hazard, so I need someone to come. I need another miracle. My washing machine isn't working. I did try to contact some attorneys today. I know the Kingdom of Darkness is no longer able to attack me, so by releasing this information I'm not harming myself, so I'm not out of the clear. Now I can take a bath, but I have dirty clothes. So when that person called me Cinderella, I really understand is that I am not covered in ashes and soot. I am covered in stinky filth at all times. So waiting my miracle. I think I've done a pretty good job. I don't know. So I deserve my washing machine to work, and I'm going to leave that there. If anyone knows how to repair washing machines, I don't have extra money right now, but please contact me, and I'm looking for real charity at this point, or, if I could even pay somebody in a year from now. That's what I'm looking for. So this is a fun story. I've been through a lot of great things. Now, it would be nice if I could use my washing machine and I could finally be clean and have clean clothes. Oh, but such is life. Thanks for listening. God